Now we come to Wednesday's lesson, and we come to this idea of what we will be doing during the 1,000 years we are in heaven. You know, besides enjoying the wonders of our new life in heaven and hanging out with Jesus. As the lesson points out, one of the things we will be doing is that we will be reviewing the judgment books in heaven. Now, you might be wondering, why is this important? After all, we made it, right? Well, we made it to heaven, so why do we need to look at the books of judgment? Here's why. I believe the pre-Advent judgment and this review of God's books are so critically important to putting an end, once and for all, to the great controversy. And it has to do with something John Newton, who wrote the famous song Amazing Grace, once said. He said that there will be 3 great wonders in heaven. Now, the first wonder will be that there will be people in heaven, and when we see them, we're going to wonder, how did they get here? Then there will be people who we expected to see in heaven, and we're going to wonder why they are not there. But then, John Newton said that the greatest wonder of all is that I am there. Now think about that. You get to heaven, and you find that somebody you loved and admired is not there. All of your life, you've looked up to this person as a wonderful Christian, and they're not in heaven. Then you look up, and you see somebody you knew back on earth, and you knew them as an awful person who wasn't a good human being, let alone a good Christian. And this might cause you to question God's justice. So God, in His mercy and grace, has kept a record of it all. A record as to why some people are lost and how it is that other people are saved. And for 1,000 years, you can go over the books and you get to judge for yourself whether or not God is who He says He is. You know, a God of mercy, a God of love, and a God of justice. I personally believe that one of the most kind and merciful things that God can do for us is to allow us to go over the record books so that we can see for ourselves why it is that our loved ones are lost. We will discover they are lost not because God wanted them to be lost or that God didn't work hard enough to save them. We will in fact see that our loved ones are lost because they are the ones who chose to be lost. This will be one of the greatest revelations of God's love. That truly God so loved the world that He gave His only Son, that whoever believed in Him would not perish, but would have eternal life. Think about that for a moment. Not a single human being had to be lost. Not one. God provided through Jesus a means for every single human being to be saved. And imagine the grief we will feel when we come to realize that nobody had to be lost, because God truly is a God of love. Well, that was our nugget for today. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow.